Sumire is potentially the strongest character a part of Boruto's class at this point because she wasn't killed off, she was taught no jutsu'd, and that beast, the new way, is still connected to her by the end of the episode. Absolutely insane. Who would have thought it would have turned out this way? Some of you guys were saying she's going to get imprisoned if she survived, and that's a logical conclusion to draw because you don't see her in the manga and you don't see her in the movie, but that's not what's going to happen. You know, Sai and her are probably going to go on a walk. Sai's going to say that she got, like, you know, sexy hair. No, that's not what's going to happen. You know, basically he's going to reiterate the same point that he said at the end of the episode, and that's that it's not your fault. Obviously, you were put up to do this. It's all Foundation's fault. It's all Danzo's fault. It's always Danzo's fault. I'm just, like, thinking about all the future shit in the series. Like, I knew she was going to survive, but with the new age power, and it makes sense because you could tell she was always nervous around her classmates and she cared about her classmates. Even when Mitsuki gave her a visit, she basically wanted all of this to end. So even though she put on the act like, you know, I'm gonna get revenge on everybody, fuck all of you guys, I don't care about you, the reality is that throughout the entire time, she was nervous about everything. Not for her own safety because she was ready to sacrifice herself, but everybody else. She didn't know what she was really doing. Though you could walk out of this episode happy that she got taught no jutsu'd. I know a lot of people who hate shonen will always make the complaint like, why do MCs always talk villains out of, you know, their actions and shit, you know? And sometimes I have to agree with them. Like, here's the difference between her getting taught no jutsu'd and Pain getting taught no jutsu'd. With Pain, he shaped his own worldview, so the experiences that he had in life led him to the conclusion that he wanted to basically get vengeance on these bigger villages. Like, that was his reality. He shaped his own worldview. Whereas with her, you know, Daddy told her, hey, blow shit up. You know, that's different. You know, she never really had the time to develop a worldview. So if you're given a worldview, I feel like somebody should be able to unravel that shit because it's not really your own. And to me, that's the big difference between her and Pain. Even though we got an arc behind her actions and these ghost incidents, and you had Inoji and Shikadai and Denki walking up to the scene like, yo, is this connected to the ghost incident? You know what I mean? Like, even though you had some time to basically kind of equate Sumire with this giant evil that needs to be eradicated, it's not the same thing. I mean, Boruto said himself, like, if you really want to put it in a box, you know, bitch was on her period, you know what I mean? Like, she was having troubles, and at the end of the day, the shit possessed her in the same way that it took hold of other things, that evil chakra, and we see it dissipating as well. I don't know, I might be in the minority here, but I'm happy she wasn't killed off. I'm happy she's here to stay. I'm happy that, you know, once she maybe has some time to think about what just happened as Sai and her go on this walk, that she'll actually be a part of this class and she'll actually get to have the fun that she had because she was there constantly thinking about the Ninja Academy and how awesome it was to be a part of this class with all these different kids. And I think that she'd contribute a lot to future missions as well. Like, those powers were something else. Putting aside the new wave beast, she had some skills of her own, some fucking lit-ass water jutsus. You know, on one hand, I feel like if Boruto wasn't constantly getting involved, Mitsuki would have had an easy time putting her down as well as the new wave beast. But on the other hand, I feel like she probably has the power, like, I mean, I don't know how powerful the new AB still is, especially because, you know, all this evil chakra dissipated, and he probably doesn't have the same chakra reserves that he had when, you know, she was collecting all the chakra, but at the same time, I feel like if she was really trying to kill them, maybe she could, including Mitsuki. I'm just saying. Now, I've got to say this episode was freaking awesome when Naruto was in Sage Mode and he could not sense the beast. But Boruto could. I'm like, are they trying to contrast Naruto with Boruto and make Naruto look weak? Because I honestly felt like that's what they were trying to do. Because the Sage Mode can sense just about everything. It's that sensitive, but you can't really sense things in other dimensions. Whereas by the end of the episode, when Boruto, Mitsuki, and all of them are trying to escape, you have Boruto looking into the other world. And I'm like, yo, are they really trying to make Naruto look weak now? Because, like, I'll say this again. When you have Naruto in Sage Mode, and you have this Dojutsu not only being able to look into the other world, but also having those Hyuga abilities, as we see Boruto being able to see the chakra pathway system of the New Age Beast, so that he could use that combination with Mitsuki, basically try to put that shit down. I'm like, Boruto is becoming a hack's-ass broken character every single week, more and more. Call it what you want, symbolism that it's time to let the new generation deal with their own problems, but I'm just gonna call it how I see it, and that's that they're trying to make Naruto look dusty. And that's how he's honestly becoming my eyes. Like, Naruto is soon going to be weaker than Chocho. Like, we're going to be caring more about Chocho's jutsus than Naruto's in time because they're making him look weak as fuck. I can't tell you what I enjoyed more, seeing Boruto run for his life as if he were some sort of piece of steak in the Nue's eyes. It honestly felt like Monster Hunter because as the monster was trying to kill Boruto, Boruto was also trying to kill the monster. He was sliding up under the thing, he was jumping up on top of the thing, he was setting up explosive tags everywhere, he was hitting him in his vital, vulnerable areas which he picked up from his dojutsu. He's actually able to read chakra pathway systems. I think that eye is hacked as hell, honestly. Literally a godly eye. You want to talk 360 degrees? This dude's eye can transcend dimensions. Allow him to travel through dimensions. Now you could make the argument that Boruto wouldn't have survived without Mitsuki's help because Mitsuki jumped in, saved Boruto as, you know, Boruto was trying to take the thing out with a kunai. I'm sorry, but you can't take this thing out with a fucking kunai. And as those two were on the run, Mitsuki stalls the thing with wind style. Now to be able to blow freaking air that knocks this big giant beast on its ass is something else. Now, we've seen Mitsuki do this before with all of Shino's nasty ass insects. But, you know, in a situation like this, these aren't flies. You know, this is a big giant beast ready to devour your ass. So for him to pull that shit out, I thought it was really cool. Now, I don't know if I enjoyed all the stuff with Nue or the stuff with Sumire alone because she's got some powers herself. And seeing her and Mitsuki fight it out with some solid taijutsu, like, she's got some pretty good kicks and punches. Like, I'm surprised she was able to conceal all of her skills when she was there in the academy dealing with all those, you know, stupid ass assignments, right? You got Mitsuki shooting these bursts of air, wind sight, and then you got her shooting these water bullets, like, aiming at him. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm a little bit pissed Boruto stepped into that shit and stopped the fight because had he not, you know, I think the fight would have ended, to be fair, because Mitsuki would have probably taken her out. That's how it seemed to be going because she was pretty dominant. I still wanted to see more action, and when Boruto got stuck with that kunai, you know, normally you feel like bad, like, oh my god, is he alright? I was just pissed at Boruto, like, get the fuck out of the way, like, I don't care, bitch, leave! Imagine her in the future, you know, thicker booty, she got fucking longer hair and shit, she's riding the Nue beast, she's got polished up taijutsu, polished up water style moves. She is legitimately a candidate to be Boruto's lover. I'm just saying, like, you know, put her up against Sarada right now and she beat that ass. 10 out of 10 episode this week, no arguments. I mean, you know you connected with it when you feel bad for the Nue beast as he's ready to explode himself. But really, he just wanted to snuggle up on Sumire. I thought that shit was so freaking adorable. And I felt like she really wasn't thinking these things through because she's fighting Boruto and Mitsuki, first of all. They have no connection to the father struggling, you know, as he was treated like a criminal in the past. And that's apparently the reason why he really decided to have her basically bring about revenge on the village because he was treated like a criminal after the war. Which is really fucking weird because Orochimaru is there, you know, he's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? That's a little bit weird, right? But you know you connect when you don't want the Nue beast to die. When you feel legitimately bad, like, I hope he makes it through. And to some degree, Sumire was potentially going to die had it not been for Boruto's persistence. I mean, Mitsuki said himself, like, that's insane. Not science, not technology, none of that shit could fucking explain this. But Boruto's persistence to save his friends. I'm glad everybody made it out, guys. I really enjoyed this episode. It gave, again, some clarification as to why her father did the things that he did. Apparently, he was treated badly after the fucking war.